Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Tuesday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action today. Also, go ahead and become a member, support the channel, and go ahead and sign up with Bro Throw, guys. Join my private betting group for free. Be posting some teasers this weekend, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today, 15 matchups. Starting with the Baltimore Orioles versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -130. Baltimore +110 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Bradish with an ERA of 4.65. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Red Sox is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 2.70. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for, Baltimore coming off a 14-8 win yesterday against Boston. Nice win for Baltimore. And then we got Boston on a 6-game losing streak right now. Been a very bad stretch for Boston here. They have not played very well. We got Wacha's given up 7 runs in his last 3 starts. Bradish only given up 4. Coming off a 0-run game in his last start. Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore +1.5 with Boston struggling big time here. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -220. Miami +180 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Marlins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 3.93. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 3.72. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Lopez has given up 11 runs. Miami coming off a Washington loss. Mets coming off a 13-4 win against Oakland. Miami 4-11 on the road against the Mets, where they have struggled here. Mets playing good at home. Yeah, Lopez, his last 2 games he's been all right, but he had that 8-run game, which his 8-run game was against the Mets in his last time he pitched. Yeah, I don't love that here, and I think I'm going to take the Mets at home. Lopez, pitching bad against the Mets here. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. White Sox opening up as road favorites at -120. The Twins +100 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the White Sox is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 4.02. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Bailey Ober with an ERA of 3.71. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yeah, we got the White Sox on a 6-game losing streak right now. Minnesota hasn't looked much better on a 2-8 in their last 10. White Sox 0-5 against the American League right now. Ugly matchup here. Ober's given up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. Lynn's given up 5. I'm gonna take Twins +1.5 on at home here. White Sox on a bad losing streak. Not sure I can really trust them. We'll take Twins +1.5. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Chicago Cubs. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -165. The Cubs +140 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 2.98. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts, given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 3.80. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. He's given up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. Phillies coming into this on a 2-game losing streak. Cubs coming off an 8-3 win against Pitt. They're 5-1 in their last 6, playing pretty good right now. Yeah, pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers are giving up about the same amount of runs here. I like Cubs plus 1.5 at home. They've looked very good this last week. Like week and a half. Phillies coming in onto this on a little losing streak here. I'll take Cubs plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 3.35. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts, given up 7 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 4.62. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. He's given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Cardinals coming off a 2-game losing streak. Brewers coming off a Cincinnati loss here. St. Louis 2-4 on the road right now. So struggling a little bit on the road here, and I'm gonna take Brewers. Looks like Brewers are the underdog here at home, getting them plus 1.5 here, and I'll take Brewers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -225. Arizona plus 185 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 4.03. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. He's given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Astros is Lance McCullers Jr. with an ERA of 2.38. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Arizona coming off a San Francisco loss. Houston coming off a 2-game Baltimore winning streak. Houston 4-1 at home against Arizona, where they have played very well here. I do like McCullers on the mound. Been pretty decent here, and I think I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -210. Oakland plus 175 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Oakland is James Caprillion with an ERA of 4.43. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 2.88. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. He's given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Caprillion's only given up 4. Oakland coming off that Mets loss. Angels coming off a nice Minnesota win. Yeah, not sure how I love the Angels -210 today. That Angels definitely aren't a team that I would ever take -200 plus. I just don't think I can do it here. And yeah, I'm going to take a shot with Oakland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus San Diego Padres. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -125. The Padres plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 2.52. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 3.69. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 13 strikeouts. LA coming off a 2-game winning streak against St. Louis. Padres coming off back-to-back wins against Colorado. Dodgers 16-4 against Padres. I mean, they've been very good against the Padres. 7-1 on the road right now. I mean, Tyler Anderson's been very good on the mound here, and I just think I'm going to leave with the Dodgers on the road. Don't see anything about resting people. I know they clinched and got home field advantage. But I don't see anything of where they're resting people or nothing like that is any concern. So we'll take Dodgers on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Seattle Mariners. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Rangers is Jesus Tinoco with an ERA of 1.72. Don't really see much pitching info on him that I could find. Pitching for the Mariners is Robbie Ray with an ERA of 3.60. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Robbie Ray's given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts here. But he is coming off a 0-run game, so looking like he's bouncing back here. Rangers on a 3-game losing streak. Did not look good in that Cleveland series. Seattle coming off a Kansas City loss. Seattle 7-1 at home against the Rangers, where they have played very well. I'm going to take Seattle at home. I just trust Seattle more, especially in a pick'em scenario. I'm going to take the better team here, and I'm going to roll with the Mariners at home. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -190. The Rockies +155 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Rockies is Yerman Marquez with an ERA of 5.15. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. He's given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.22. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. He's given up 6 runs in his last 3 starts here. Colorado coming off back-to-back losses against the Padres. They did get swept against the Giants in a 4-game series, just last week. And 0-5 against San Francisco. They definitely struggled in that last series here. Marquez does not look good on the mound. I'm going to take Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -150. Tampa Bay +130 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Rays is Corey Kluber with an ERA of 4.30. His last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 2.86. His last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Cleveland on a 7-game winning streak right now. They are playing really good. Tampa Bay coming off back-to-back bad losses against Toronto. Cleveland 4-1 at home. I'm riding this win streak. I've been riding this win streak for Cleveland. It's been awesome to ride on a 7-game winning streak here. Kluber's, hasn't been the best on the mound. He's given up a lot of runs in his last few starts here. We're riding this win streak, and we're taking Guardians at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at -115. The Reds -105 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Reds is Hunter Green with an ERA of 4.91. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.99. His last start, he pitched 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. He's given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Green's only given up 2. Pirates, getting an 8-3 win yesterday against Cincinnati. Just an ugly series, to be honest. I mean, not excited about this one. Pitt 4-15 at home. Green's been actually pretty good on the mound in his last few starts here. I'm going to take another shot at Reds +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Detroit Tigers. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.21. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He's given up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 3.13. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. He's given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. Kansas City 5-1 in their last 6, coming off a nice Seattle win. Detroit on a 3-game winning streak. Both teams playing good right now. This last week or so, definitely a pick'em scenario, and it's looking like Royals are the underdog here. And I think I'm gonna take Royals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Washington Nationals. Looks like Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 220. The Nationals plus 180 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Braves is Kyle Muller with an ERA of 10.57. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Giving up 15 runs in his last 3 starts. Hasn't looked that good here. Nationals. Pitching for the Nationals is Paolo Espino with an ERA of 4.17. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. He's given up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. Yeah, Atlanta beating Washington 8-0 yesterday on a 3-game winning streak. Nationals haven't looked that good here in their last 10. They've been struggling big time. Atlanta 15-1 on the road against Washington. 12-2 against Washington. Yeah, you're not in love with Muller here. He's coming off, just a 2-run game. So definitely had a much better performance in his last outing as opposed to his other ones here. I do like the Braves on the road. I mean, they just shut him out yesterday. And Braves playing amazing on the road against the Nationals. I think Muller has a better day on the mound here. And I'm taking Braves on the road in this one. And then the last matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Yankees is Jamison Tylon with an ERA of 3.90. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 5.27. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. We got the Yankees on a, losing to Toronto yesterday 3-2, despite being on that big winning streak. Toronto on a 3-game winning streak right now, playing pretty good here. Barrios has given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. Tylon's given up 7. It's a close matchup here. Blue Jays looked good yesterday. Got a little win streak building up here. And, Yankees 1-5 straight up against Toronto, where they actually have struggled here. I think I'm going to take Toronto plus 1.5 at home. Pick'em scenarios. Going to be a tight game here. Got the win yesterday. I'll take Blue Jays plus 1.5 at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Tuesday. Hope you guys all cashed out, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.